Well, that's one of the elements that is raising questions pretty much across the aisle. While everyone is, of course, relieved and celebrating the return of Brittney Griner, there are questions about whether this swap was really balanced. When you think of the types of prisoners that were exchanged, of course, Brittney Griner, basketball star who was arrested on possession of cannabis oil against a criminal, a convicted criminal who was sentenced to 25 years in prison here in the United States, a notorious arms dealer, Victor Bout, who spent almost 12 years, so almost half of his sentence here in the United States. That's what administration officials are pointing to say that this was not a release without him spending any time in jail. He had already served quite a bit of his sentence, and that's why they felt it was okay to exchange him for Brittney Griner. And they said that it was also a moral obligation to do everything possible in order to get an American citizen home. Another issue that is raising some questions is the fact that Paul Whelan, a former Marine, is still jailed in Russia. He has been in jail for much longer than Brittney Griner, and so a lot of people are wondering why he was again left behind. The White House saying that they tried their best, they negotiated with the Russians, they wanted to get both Brittney Griner and Paul Whelan back to the United States, but it was clear in recent weeks that the Russians would not put Paul Whelan on the table. He was not part of the deal, and so the decision, the White House says, was either one American comes home, Brittney Griner, not any American, or none of them come home. And they made that tough decision to at least free Brittney Griner and say that they will continue to fight, continue to negotiate with the Russians in order to get Paul Whelan home.